Welcome to 2K Sports. And teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so it's Indiana with it. Halliburton for 3. It doesn't go for him.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Kicks it out to Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion moves.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And stolen by Siakam. Out to Turner, poked loose, and stolen by Murray. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Kept alive. Williamson, the pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Floats it up for Williamson.
I'll tell you, Zion can do that all night. Terrific offensive rebounds.
Great, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Murray outside. Trains the three-pointer.
Oh, that's a nice looking 3 there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Here's Nembhard. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And he can extend the lead to double digits. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Pacers trail by 7. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Pelicans leading by 5. Williamson with a screen for Jones. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard.
Team foul.
That's his first foul. 1:16 left to play in the first.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And Jones has it in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Jones has got 9 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
Here's Messi. Still yet to score. Murray, no good. It's tipped. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones with it. Mathurin picks him up. Williamson outside. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Now that size and length. Pascal Siakam says, not now, not here.
Jones for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 12 points for him.
The D a little bit too concerned about the ball going inside on the inbound play. They forgot to guard that perimeter.
Halliburton kicks to Siakam. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so it's New Orleans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Thomas Bryant is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Aaron Nesmith. It's T.J. McConnell. And it's Furphy in at the 2-guard position.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Shots good by Furphy.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The kick out to Brown. Here's Boston. Nesmith covering.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
McCollum with the ball. And it's Toppin picking him up. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Inside. Great communication on the alley-oop.
That's just good awareness from Toppin, willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
McCollum against McConnell. Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Stolen by McCollum. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Banked in off the glass. And now a 12-point Pelican lead.
And credit the hustle from McCollum there. When he sees a chance to capitalize in transition, he attacks.
McConnell, a screen on Brown. Here's Neesmith. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Neesmith has got his first bucket in this one. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
In the corner, it's Toppin. A three-pointer, no good. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. To the left side wing. From the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. 1:07 left to play in the first half. And the wide-open shot from McConnell. It's good from long range. McConnell's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Indiana. Over to the wing. McCollum looking it over. A three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
With his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Pass to Boston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pacers trail by 12. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. McConnell. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got to be thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
McCollum outside. Brown outside. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. And here's McConnell. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans looking at a 13th. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
26.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You gotta like what Herbert Jones has done in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
They've got DeJounte Murray. Herbert Jones is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Clock at 4. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Siakam, that's good.
No, this is such a critical component to Siakam's game. The face-up ability, nicely done on the jump shot.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
And you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Here's Nembhard. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. 90 seconds now into the second half. Turner passes to Nembhard. Lets the three fly, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Williamson outside. Going inside. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time.
DeJounte.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 13. Murray with it. Mathurin picks him up. Williamson against Halliburton. Williamson right side. Into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williamson's got 6.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
Halliburton, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Outside for Murray. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers trail by 15. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets going with the whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
McCollum against McConnell. C.J. McCollum, and that's good. McCollum's got his second basket.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Pass to Furphy. They need this one. Hands it from downtown. He has 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Toppin, and he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Pass to Olynyk. Out to the wing. Brown wide open. He fired. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's McConnell. And Indiana, another 3.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
The high post shot. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They led by as many as 18 points. Sinks the three-pointer.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Toppin.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Pelicans leading by 16. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Nesmith. Now Toppin pushing it up. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Boston. Sends it home! What a shot!
What drama?
And so it's New Orleans taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
So we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Pacers. Toppin is out there with Aaron Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Furphy in at the 2. Takes it inside, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's pretty good strength by Kelly Olynyk, not letting the contact alter his shot. Pretty good focus.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New Orleans.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Here's Furphy. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
From downtown, and it's Bryant with the rebound. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
For the 3, hits it from 3-point range.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's McCollum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Halliburton inside the 3-point line. Quick shot there, and it's off target. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for New Orleans. Jones up top, defended by Mathurin. Great positioning on the putback.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Back to Mathurin. Indiana moving it around. Fires from deep. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Turner with the steal. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Kicks it out to Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is beat a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Halliburton with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Whistle blows, but that's going to be a travel. The Pelicans have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
2 minutes.
From deep. Pelicans pull it in. Murray outside. Halliburton with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. It's intercepted. Halliburton against Murray. Out left to the wing. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. No good on the 3.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for C.J. McCollum.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Murray surveying the D. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton outside to the inside and stolen by Williamson. Williamson a screen on Halliburton. Launches a three. Tipped away. Williamson kicks to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but thank you, David. Thank you for...
Less.
Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the 3. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And a statement from Jamal: when he gets that kind of room, he's capable of throwing it down.
Here's Misi, and he jams it home with authority.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Murray from outside, connects from downtown. Murray's got 5.
This is what Jamal Murray does. He hits shots.
Picked by Williamson. And there's the lob. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Well, I like it when he goes vertical, but I like it when he stays there. How about Zion getting up?
Brent, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
OBA, he's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. I mean, he's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting the show for Zion.
Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Now here's Jones. Inside. And stolen by Murray. Just over a minute and a half in. Driving inside. And it's Jokic. That time on the assist by Murray.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Here's Misi. Jokic grabs the board. Denver has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And here's Jokic outside. Again, Jokic missing. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Brian, not today.
That's right. Good call, Allie. Thank you. These are his first free throws of the game. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And it's Jokic with the ball for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2. He takes it in, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic, is he? I think he's showing some emotion, Kevin.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Misi, covered by Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Throws it up high. Williamson, no good. Well, the Nuggets shooting around 44% in this opening quarter. And it's Jokic off the drive. And Jokic throws it down.
Good work on the drive, Jokic, an opportunistic offensive player.
Murray passes to Jones. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. That one falls. Jones has got his second basket.
The paint, that's where Jones likes to live, and that's where he's comfortable. He can use that length to his advantage.
Screen by Gordon. And here's Jokic outside. Again, Jokic missing. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Williamson outside. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Murray for 3. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And Williamson's energy just incredible, which is what makes him such a force on the offensive glass.
And here's Jokic. 9 points in the game. Fires for 3. Counted from distance. Jokic has got 12. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
It'll count. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
They've got C.J. McCollum. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Bruce Brown. And it's Boston in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Watson. Screen by Watson. Here's Šarić. And down it goes. 2 points. Šarić has got his first basket.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
And the three-pointer goes. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Šarić, a screen on Brown. Watson buries it from 3. Watson's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Denver in the lead. Here's the 3. Knocks down the triple. Watson's got 6.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Šarić.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
McCollum outside. Back to Olynyk to end the run. And it's Denver with a rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The Nuggets lead by 7. Westbrook outside. Screen by Watson. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Boston with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Pelicans trail by 5. McCollum, the pass to Boston. Here's Olynyk.
2 minutes remaining.
Three-pointer.
2 minutes.
Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Brown, no good. Denver leading by 4. Here's Watson. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Fires from the wing. He can't get that one to fall. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Out left to the wing. Boston with the bucket.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
McCollum looking it over. Driving to the basket. The kick to Olynyk. The 3. Rebounded by Denver.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Westbrook outside. Pass to Strother. Lots of room. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Nuggets lead by 6. The Pelicans have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. McCollum, the pass to Brown. Olynyk in the post. Charge on him. Boston with the bucket.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Charge goes in. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
B.J. Boston.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
Denver shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. McCollum outside with 4 on the clock. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Denver up 4. We've got more in store for you right after this.
All right, they're measuring up the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. We've seen Peyton Watson really having a great game here.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 from Michael Malone. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in it to 5, down low. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
And Jokic just making this look way too easy.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
The NBA, it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
So it's Denver now, following the score by New Orleans. Jokic finds Gordon, hammers the lob through.
Great timing, but Aaron Gordon's going to make any lob look good.
Here's Williamson. Denver grabs the miss. Now Jokic. 14 points for him. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Murray. Here's Messi. Clock at 6. Pass to Jones. Out of bounds. It'll be Nuggets ball.
Nuggets ball.
Denver leading by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Assisted.
Jokic, for a guy that size, he does just such a great job of moving the ball, a great conduit for the offense.
And here's New Orleans now, following the score by Denver. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
Porter from outside. Unable to get that one. Pelicans trail by 3. Murray passes to Williamson. Tries it from 19. Nice touch on the bank shot. Williamson's got 6.
And not just a threat from interior or around the rim. Williamson can also hurt you from the mid-range.
Jokic with it. He's picked up by Williamson. The offensive rebound. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
NBA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
First team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Gordon outside. 5 to shoot. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game.
And the defense having no time to get to Aaron Gordon. Automatic.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Greg.
Yeah, BA, he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Now here's Olynyk. Screen by Olynyk. Over to the left wing. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in the game. Westbrook outside. To the wing, right side. Watson. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And Russell right now playing heads up, looking for guys.
For 3, McCollum. And again, New Orleans no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
From the arc. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Saric goes in. Pass to Strother. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Brown, he's checked in for Zion Williamson. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Watson's got 19 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. Here's Westbrook. No points yet. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Saric a screen. Pass to Strother. Back to Watson. Westbrook outside. Outside Watson. Just 5 on the clock. Denver the rebound. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And so it's Denver.
Let's go.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They've got Bruce Brown. Also Kelly Olynyk out there. And it's Boston in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Outside, Brown. McCollum outside. Outside Olynyk. Back to McCollum. Olynyk finds McCollum. Brown with a screen. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's McCollum. And he banks in the layup.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Who poked away. Pelicans trail by 7. Outside, Brown. Here's Boston. Rebounded by Denver. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Strother. Fires in the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Outside Watson. And there's the drive. Saric outside. Now the Pelicans in transition. Olynyk for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, Olynyk very capable from out there. We'll see how the defense reacts now.
Pass to Saric. Launches it from deep. That one is off. The Pelicans trail. Here's McCollum. Saric with some nice D.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker
to the left wing. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Watson. Deflected. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Sinks the tray. And now it's a 12-point Nugget lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
But you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. Here's Williamson. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Denver leading by 12. From deep. The rebound by Murray. For New Orleans, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Launches a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And Murray wasting no time. He had the space. He rose up. Knocked it down.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. The 3. Murray, no good. Denver's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. They kick it out to Murray. Gordon outside. The 3 ball. Drains the triple. Gordon's got 10 points here in the second half.
Not known for his threes, but AG can hit them.
4-3. Pass to Jones. Murray inside. Covered by Jokic.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Nuggets.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
Jones' defense oftentimes generates offense.
And so here is Denver. Outside Murray. Back to Jokic. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to Gordon. Beyond the arc. The Pelicans pull it in. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
Pulls up on the wing. And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Denver with the W. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
In tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Now, here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. A 3-ball. The rebound by Turner. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And a wide-open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
And Porter Jr. feels like he can drain just about any shot, including these corner 3 balls.
Porter with the steal. Jokic with it, picked up by Turner. Outside, Porter. Pass to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Jokic against Turner. Gordon for 3. They get it again. Here's Brown. That 3 off the mark. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Mathurin passes to Turner. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Back to Turner from deep 3-point land. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Now, here's Jokic. There's Porter with the 3, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Here's Jokic. Goes up off the inbound.
Love to see Turner getting after it on defense, just throwing himself at the shooter and making him think twice about the release.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver from deep. Jokic. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14.
2 minutes.
A 3.
The first 2 minutes.
The Pacers pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet. You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on him.
And it's Mathurin missing.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Jokic kicks to Porter. Buries it from 3-point range. Porter's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Halliburton. Yep, that one goes. Halliburton's got his second basket of the game.
Clearly, Halliburton is hunting his shots. He's not picky and knows exactly how to adjust on the mid-range jump shot.
A nice shot by Brown.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Gordon against Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Siakam a screen on Murray. Halliburton no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 4. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Here's Nembhard. Nothing on the board. On the wing, Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th assist in this one. Siakam outside. Over in the corner, Turner. That's a 2 for Mathurin. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
We'll be topping out there with Neesmith. Then it's Isaiah Jackson. It's T.J. McConnell. And it's Furphy in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Watson for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Pacers trail by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Furphy. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now, here's Watson. He's tightly guarded. Takes the 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. Oh! Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
Pass to Toppin. Here's Furphy. Strother grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 5. Watson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Watson's shot is off. Indiana's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Furphy. He's got 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Just 5 to shoot. Down low. That's tipped. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. Pass to Jordan. Pulls up on the elbow. Out to Sharch from past the arc. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Sharch has got himself on the board with 3 there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for them. Moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in the locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. Pass to Strother. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
He lobs it up, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
1:06 left in the first half. Now, Now, here's Neesmith. He's covered by Watson. Here's Furphy. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Strother, no good. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Down by 12. Yep, it counts. Furphy's got 10 points in the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Puts up a three. Watson's shot is good. Watson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to be.
Traps in the tray.
Well, we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Saric up top. Toppin covering. Watson dishes to Saric. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the Fan half-court shot drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Pacers trail by 10. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5.
Halliburton has such a really good feel for the game. He knows exactly how to get his guys to step up.
And Jokic slams it in.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
And it's Halliburton missing. The Nuggets leading by 10. Pass to Porter. The tray. Offensive rebound. Jokic kicks to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists in the game.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Jokic, and he drives in. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
What a nice combination of ball and body control by Jokic that time.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Now Jokic, 10 points for him. Murray left side. Back to Jokic. Throws it down hard.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
Here's Halliburton. Out to Turner. Shot to stop the run. Denver grabs the miss.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
He's whistled for the 5-second back-to-the-basket violation. Pacers trail by 17. Left side, Halliburton. On the wing, Mathurin. Guarded by Porter. Porter with the steal. To the paint. Here's Brown. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balance. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Denver?
Pass to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Launches it. Now here's Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Westbrook with it. Takes a 3. Pocket 6. Toppin pulls it in. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work. Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Here's Furphy. And here's the fast break. Watson leading the way. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Nuggets lead by 21.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Pass to Toppin. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Indiana's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Now, here's McConnell. Here's Furphy. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Nuggets up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Neesmith is out there with Obi Toppin. And it's T.J. McConnell. And there's Jackson. And it's Furphy in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Watson for 3. The Pacers pull it in. And here's McConnell. Pass to Furphy. Fires for 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Watson's shot is good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
There's the triple. And it's Westbrook missing. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Shots good by Furphy. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Nuggets. A steal. To the left wing. Here's Furphy. Jackson with the bounce pass. Jackson with the screen. Shots good by Furphy. Furphy's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Pacers.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
Wow, Westbrook, so athletic. He looked virtually unstoppable there.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Out of bounds, Denver takes possession. And the out-of-bounds violation is going to be reviewed.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Especially when you're talking about action around the sideline. This is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
You've got the benefit of new camera angles. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Pass to Furphy. And he finishes nicely on the way. Furphy's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. Pass to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Such a savvy passer. Jokic is patient and gets quality openings for his teammates.
Halliburton against Murray. Here's Furphy. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
From Tyrese Halliburton.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Denver's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Watson's shot is off. Here's Furphy, three-pointer. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Jokic with it, now guarded by Siakam. And Jokic gets it to go.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets.
Miles Turner. First personal foul. First team foul.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Halliburton outside. Here's Furphy. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building. All right, David, thank you.
It's been a great evening of
and that'll wrap it up, folks.
The point with Jones flanking him. Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pacers, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Then there's Benedict Mathurin, then it's Halliburton, and it's Furphy in at the 2. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love it. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
So strong inside. Zion fighting through it all.
Siakam with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Pass to Furphy. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. From downtown. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Pass to Furphy. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. 3-pointer Mathurin. That shot is off. We'll now go to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Rick Carlisle. Allie.
And we got right to it. The question of how do you stop Zion? From what Coach told me, it's all about being physical. He said, we're not going to let him run us over in the lanes or just stomp us inside. We're going to fight back hard. So it sounds like Coach is expecting high effort physically from his team.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Nice shot by Turner.
Being productive. Turner is a constant offensive threat.
Williamson against Siakam. Oh, stolen by Turner. The Pacers have gone 1 for 3 so far. 3-pointer Halliburton on target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
To the left side wing. Fires from deep. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Furphy. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Siakam for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, VA. Not sure what got into him.
Indiana making a switch here. Shepard's checked in. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
And the shot goes.
Yeah, the closer he gets, the deadlier Murray can be. He just enjoys working close in.
Halliburton against Murray. Pass to Shepard. Outside Matherin. The rebound by Murray.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's Williamson. Rejected by Siakam.
And the coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end.
Here's Matherin. The layup off target. Pelicans trail by 4. Murray with it. Halliburton picks him up. Murray drives in. On the wing, Jones. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the call will be against Benedict Matherin. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ball stolen.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
Love how decisive Williamson is. When he sees a lane to the basket, he seizes it.
Halliburton goes. There's the block. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. And here's Indiana now. Siakam, right side. Turner, no good. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And he lobs it up top.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. For 3, Matherin. It's hauled in by New Orleans. On offense, here are the Pelicans. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Jones from outside. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And what hustle from Zion right there. Just outworking everyone on the offensive boards.
Now here's Halliburton. Turner finds Matherin. For 3. Zion Williamson has been on display for New Orleans. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More NBA on. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Obi Toppin out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Jackson. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's McConnell in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Drops in the 3.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who set his all-star point guard. His knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks. From behind the arc. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Here's Jackson. Shakes him. And he takes it up and lays it in.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
McCollum, the pass to Boston. And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Checking in for the Pacers, number 12.
For 3, McCollum knocks it down from distance. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And it's good. 2 points. And it's an 11-point New Orleans lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And it's the Pelicans on the break. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Pass to Boston. From the wing. And another one falls for New Orleans.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Takes the 3. Murphy, no good. Here's New Orleans now. They're on an 18-5 run. Boston, the pass to Brown. The kick to Olynyk. McCollum outside. Pass to Brown. The 3 is up. The rebound by Jackson. Pacers trail by 14. McConnell finds Jackson. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. McConnell from outside. They shoot again. Neesmith on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Indiana again missing.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Got a piece of it. Olynyk uses the glass on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
McCollum, the pass to Olynyk. And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
44 seconds left in the second period. Here's Brown. Takes it inside. Clock at 6. Outside Olynyk. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Baseline jumper. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
There's Neesmith with the 3. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. McConnell's got 3 assists now in this one. Poke loose. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
McCollum outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown. McCollum's got 8. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. Their efficiency. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the Fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
So for New Orleans right now, Murray runs the point with Jones flanking him. Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center spot. And the Pacers making a change here. Nimhard's checked in. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
The Pacers shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Kicks it out to Siakam. On the wing, Nimhard. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Outside for Halliburton. Ooh, stolen by Murray.
That was just incredible instincts defensively.
Oh, a highlight! What a slam!
Oh, my.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Pass to Misi. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside Jones. Tries again. Wide open look. And it's in. Off the glass. Misi's got 5 now.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Siakam, that's good.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
To the right side. Fires the 3. Indiana with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Jones misses. The Pacers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Nimhard, good.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
There's a screen. Here's Murray. Cash money on the open jump shot.
And using the pick and roll to perfection. I love how crafty Murray is in these situations.
To the middle. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Nimhard. This one for 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Williamson finds Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Halliburton outside. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Pass to Misi.
Blocking foul called out.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam. New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. A new lineup here for Indiana. Indiana has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Here's Misi. Shoots over Jackson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he makes a first. So both teams making some changes here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A minute 4 left to play in the third quarter here. McCollum against McConnell. Here's Toppin into the lane. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. 41 seconds left in the third. Neesmith with it. McCollum covering. McCollum with a steal. Here's Boston. There's the triple. Drills it from deep. Boston's got 9 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And that's good. Perfect. 19 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. McCollum, the pass to Boston. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Furphy driving in. It's tipped. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Bruce Brown at the line for one.
Right side Olynyk. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's New Orleans in total control. Up by... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Topping out there with Isaiah Jackson. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Jackson. And it's Furphy in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? They get the rebound. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
And here's Brown for 3. Out to McCollum. Takes a 3. And Toppin pulls it down.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Knocks down the long J.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Getting to one of his sweet spots on the floor, Murray drops it in.
Oh, swiped away. Outside Jones. Let's go with a 3. Indiana with a rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
That one goes. Count it.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Right side Jones. Misses the 3. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Matherin's checked in for Jackson. And Halliburton is subbed in for McConnell. Pass to Messi. Murray scanning the floor. Over to the wing. Oh, got a piece of it. Kick out to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And again, New Orleans no good.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
And for the Pelicans, they're shooting around 30% since the fourth quarter got underway. Hits the trifecta.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Well read defensively. That window closed so fast.
Lets it fly. Furphy grabs the miss.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his third foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
A minute 39 left to play in the fourth quarter. Murray's shot is good.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Sinks it from distance.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pelicans.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
Pass to Furphy, fires the three, and again, it's Indiana with a three.
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
From the top of the key, that's good on the jumper.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Now here's Turner. He's closely guarded. Halliburton for three. Misi grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Murray for three. He drops it from range.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Siakam. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Murphy.
A tried and true way to get guys off balance. Nice pump fake there by Siakam.
And he's good on the second. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Halliburton. Jones in the post. Jones with a screen on Siakam. Back to Jones. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Herbert Jones.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was.
What a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. The backcourt pair for them, Murray and Jones. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5, down low. Now, here's Jokic. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And here they come. Here's Messi. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk with Denver's head coach. Now, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thank you, David.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Jokic finds Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
They set him up. Porter's going to knock him down. He's a terrific shooter who can do some damage from anywhere.
And Brett, the Pelicans swept in the first round last year by the Thunder, and that Zion injury was very unfortunate and very untimely.
Oh, man, that was crushing. Williamson had 40 points in that play-in game, playing his best basketball, and then hurt very late in that contest. They really missed him, obviously, against OKC, and just bad luck for New Orleans last year.
Pass to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Messi. Here's Murray. Jones against Gordon. Jones, no luck.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And it's Jokic missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Jones, no luck. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Great timing, but Aaron Gordon's going to make any lob look good.
Here's Messi. Jokic defending. Williamson kicks to Murray. Here's Messi. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APV sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
A floater. The offensive rebound. Goes back up. Pass to Jones. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The Second chance effort, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
1:15 left here in the first quarter. Jokic passes to Brown. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And that's what he's known for, right? His ability to scan the floor and find open guys.
The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the game. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
58 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires the three. Pelicans pull it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Defensive foul.
Yeah, good luck trying to stop Zion there. He's so determined to score. When the defense gets physical with him, he comes right back at him.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. When Zion came into the NBA, Brent, he was seen as a defensive liability. But, boy, has he made strides on that end of the floor.
Well, Kevin, consistency of being on the floor can help you with your offense, but we don't often talk about the learnings that come with being on the floor often defensively. Making reads, understanding your opponents better. And I think Zion has suffered from those injuries, taking away his opportunities to become a better defender. We're seeing that improvement now.
Here's Jokic following the score by DeJounte Murray. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closer. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. To the middle. A drive by Williamson.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. New Orleans on top. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Bruce Brown. He's out there with Olynyk. And it's Boston in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Boston. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
McCollum kicks to Brown. They set the pick. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ gets slick.
And Watson slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
To the right side. Boston grabs the miss. Pelicans leading by 4. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Nuggets are an example of how you build a contender from the ground up. Coach Michael Malone says, I'm hoping we can be a blueprint for a lot of young teams, young coaches, and young GMs. Be patient. Let it build the right way, bring in the right kind of people, and you never know what's going to happen. Kevin?
Well, David, you just triggered a lot of thoughts here. But doing it that way, to me, feels the right way. And a lot of fun to watch their success. And we thank you for the report. There's the 3. And the 3 ball is good. 5 points in the game. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Brown. With the shot. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. It's McCollum with the drive. And he converts the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Jordan, a screen on Brown. Pops it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Watson finds Sharch. Watson the screen. They get it back. Pelicans leading by 8. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pass to Watson. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Watson's got 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to get.
Here's Boston. New Orleans moving the ball around. It's stolen by Sharks. Here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
Really nice read from Sharich that time to get the steal.
Beyond the arc. Good on the triple. 11 points in the game.
He is in a zone right now. Every 3 he puts up seems to be going down.
Westbrook kicks to Sharich. Down low.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now.
Pelicans foul.
The Nuggets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Personal foul. Second team.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2, Watson.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Boston. And the first half is now in the books. Pelicans lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Nuggets trail by 7. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
Outside Gordon. The kick out to Porter. Jokic inside, defended by Jones. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Jokic. And Murray's got the ball here for the Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. And it's Williamson missing. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Pass to Messi. And here is Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
The IQ showing up here as Murray uses that pick to get free.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Drills it from outside.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray with some big playability.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Jokic passes to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Murray, no good. Denver's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration. Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
Here's Jokic. Right wing, and stolen by Murray. And here we go, Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Murray, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You got to be careful when Jones is anywhere in your vicinity. He uses that length to get the block, does Jones.
Outside for Murray. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. Back to Murray. Pass to Jones. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets.
Substitution on the court.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Westbrook kicks to Watson. Outside for Jordan. Saric against Olynyk. Pass to Strother. Here's Westbrook, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
New Orleans ball.
New Orleans leading by 4. Now McCollum. Inside. Here's Boston. This one for 3. McCollum, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's McCollum. Yes, and the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Even.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise.
First team foul. Shooting for New Orleans. CJ McCollum.
Some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
C.J. is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough. Russell Westbrook just out there and focused, trying to find ways in which he can help out his team to secure any win.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. A 2-point game, and that one drops.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's McCollum. Plays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 8 points.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Here's McCollum. Pass to Olynyk. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And so Olynyk nails both of them. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Strawther. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. New Orleans has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. So for New Orleans right now, they've got McCollum round out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Boston in at the 2 spot.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, but thus far, it's been on.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
It's stolen by Watson. And taken away by Brown. Driving in. Pass to Boston. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Another shot. And the Pelicans miss again.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And it's blocked. McCollum against Jordan. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. McCollum kicks to Brown. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Olynyk can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Saric. To the wing right side. And another miss by Denver. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Just in the pass to Brown. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Westbrook dishes to Watson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Williamson. And he banks in the layup.
Inside Zion, just a monster. He can go over or through opposition.
Here's Murray to the wing on the left. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
Murray looking around. Here's Williamson. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Watson for 3. That shot off the mark. Stolen away. Brown the pass to Gordon. Misses the baby hook. New Orleans leading by 4. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the 4 in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And I think Jokic has decided, I'm going to take over this game scoring-wise. I don't know how you say that in Serbian, but trust me.
Here's Jones. He gets that one. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
I'm seeing Jones do the hard work for the big bucket, delivering here for his team.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
1:06 left here in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 6. Mr. Williamson.
Known as a shot blocker, but Jokic smart enough to snip that one out and impact the field goal attempt.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Murray finds Jokic. Got it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Brown is checked in for the Pelicans. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
Free throw good from Brown.
And really a great job to maintain his composure. How about the body control there? Now he gets the and one and turns this into a 2-possession game.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Gordon. Yes!
Oh, man. Look at Aaron Gordon proving he can step up and be the man.
Murray with it. Here he goes. It falls! And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what coach wants to do here?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. Not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
Checking in for the Pelicans, Misi, Zion Williamson.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. This win, such a...
conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. And there's a pick. The shot by Nembhard, no good. And here's Denver. Jokic with it, picked up by Mathurin. Here's Brown. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates. Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Murray's shot is good.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
Halliburton for 3. Pure from three-point range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly got to be near the top of the list. Number 1, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Such a powerfully built man. I mean, Jokic seems to just brush off the foul from the opposition.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Halliburton, the pass to Nembhard. Here's Turner. Picked it. Now here's Jokic. That one goes in. Jokic has got 5 now.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
Outside Mathurin. On the wing, Nembhard. Back to Mathurin. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Jokic grabs the board. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp, and he drives in, and the dunk by Jokic.
So crafty on these takes to the rim. Jokic senses when he should just look to drive.
Halliburton on the attack, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
That's one for the highlight reel right there. He didn't hold back anything on that finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
And so it's Indiana with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. Halliburton finds Siakam.
2 minutes.
Buries it down low.
Well, you love the size and the length of Siakam, so he's comfortable in the painted area, does nice work there.
Here's Jokic, and Turner with the block. And here's the fast break. Halliburton outside. The dunk by Halliburton.
But we're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Here's Brown. Off target from 3-point range. Pacers trail by 5. 1:07 left now in the first quarter. Turner, no good. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. And Jokic throws it down.
And we know he can pass the ball, but wow, what a great finisher as well. Jokic delivering when his team needs him.
Now here's Halliburton. 7 points in the game. Porter pulls it in.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Jokic. Soft touch off the glass. Jokic has got 11.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Jokic against Turner. Pass to Brown. And here's Porter. From outside the arc. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Siakam, the pass to Nembhard. And the ball out of play. The Nuggets will have it.
Substitution on the court.
Jokic way outside. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. It's been all about Nikola Jokic. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Jackson. Then there's TJ McConnell. And it's Furphy in at the 2. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Westbrook with it, picked up by Nesmith. McConnell with a steal. Lets the 3 fly. Westbrook with the rebound. The Nuggets lead by 4. Saric, high post. He's against Toppin. Here's Westbrook. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
You know the game plan is to try to keep Russell Westbrook out of the paint. The guy is consistently there over the course of his career. Nice interior finish.
Now here's McConnell. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Nesmith. Back to McConnell. Here's Furphy. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
They swipe it. And that's a foul called on TJ McConnell. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Strawther. Outside Watson. Out to the right wing. Strawther, no good. Pacers trail by 10. Pass to McConnell. Tipped away. Westbrook taking his time here. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And Toppin pulls it down. Nesmith with it. Jordan picks him up. Shot from the wing. The Pacers again can't hit. The Nuggets lead by 10. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on TJ McConnell. Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
And there it is for him.
Well, Russ making the great read. Outstanding work, understanding the floor, and finding his open teammate.
Toppin outside. Pass to Furphy to halt the run. It's hauled in by Saric.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them. Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's Furphy. Back to Toppin. To the paint. McConnell outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to Furphy. Just 2 to shoot. Yes. And it's McConnell with the assist that time. Furphy's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Saric a screen. Here's Watson. And a two-handed jam.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Now here's Toppin. 5 points in the game.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Here's Saric. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Well, you love seeing this, guys. When Saric is attacking those openings, he is such a dangerous offensive threat.
Neesmith with it. Jordan's there. And here's Toppin from the arc. Nails it from 3. Toppin's got 8 points here in the quarter. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They led by as many as 18. Westbrook against McConnell. And they're pushing it up. Here's Watson. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
They're really enforcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets looking. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Michael Malone. 3-pointer, Halliburton. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jokic with it. Turner covering. They kick it out to Murray. Halliburton with the steal. Pass to Turner. And placed out a whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Murray. And here's Gordon from the arc. That one no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We know Nikola Jokic is a natural, but that's not all. Coach Malone said it's too bad that people can't peek behind the curtain and see how hard Nikola works. He understands that there's no magic formula. Yes, he's incredibly gifted, but it's his work ethic that's great. Brian?
Well, Allie, talent only gets you so far. He's got both. Pacers trail by 19. Siakam for 3. He drops it from range. Siakam's got 10 points in the game.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Brown shot is good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Mathurin finds Siakam. Now here's Nembhard. Over Murray. Brown grabs the board. The Nuggets lead by 19. Here's Jokic. Count the basket. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Here we go. By himself. And Siakam with the slam.
And that is what we call starting and finishing the break. Pascal Siakam, boy, is he fast up the floor.
Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
6 to shoot. Siakam with a screen on Porter. And he's going for the oop here.
Yeah, he's had terrific momentum all game. Pascal Siakam in his bag offensively.
Doris, no secret how talented the international players are in the NBA, especially those from Canada.
Yeah, we've seen a number of Canadians come in and have a high level of impact for their team. For Mathurin, think about his availability his rookie year, played in almost every game, and this guy is a legit scorer at this level.
Going inside. Nembhard outside. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. 5 on the clock. Halliburton right side. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Halliburton's got 9 points.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. Here's Furphy. There's 53 seconds left in the third. McConnell with it, picked up by Saric.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Now here's Watson. Neesmith covering. And the call will be against Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. McConnell against Westbrook. Pass to Toppin. Here's Furphy. They set the pick. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Furphy's got 5 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Outside Neesmith. He got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Denver. Go. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Obi Toppin out there with Jackson. Then it's Neesmith. Then there's T.J. McConnell. And it's Furphy in at the 2-guard spot. Shot clock at 5. Back to Toppin. Pass to Furphy. Puts up a 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Boy, once he gets his confidence, he just scores in bunches.
And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Strawther. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
And that's good. Furphy.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Denver leading by 12. Here's Watson. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
He may not be the, quote, pure point guard in the traditional sense, but the passing game of Russell Westbrook is so impactful.
Toppin finds McConnell. There's a screen by Toppin. And he's going for the lob. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So Indiana ends up going with a new group. Mathurin with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. Pass to Nembhard. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Halliburton for 3. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The drive by. Oh, okay then.
You see the speed there. Love watching Murray go right towards the rim and convert.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Lets it go from deep.
2 minutes remaining in the
Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists in the game.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's Nembhard. And that one's good. Nembhard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
Murray passes to Watson. Jokic with it. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his 2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Watson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
His first personal foul.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, even halftime, they couldn't slow them down. They've been hitting from the mid-range, though, all game long.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nuggets.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Murray drives in, and it's Murray finishing it off.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Back to Halliburton. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between. And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
At the line for Denver, Nikola.
And the second free throw is good. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Now here's Halliburton, guarded closely. Can they get it? The Pacers again can't hit. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.